If you want to be among the winners using AI to adapt your messaging for Spanish-speaking audiences, I'm going to share with you some of the lessons we've been learning that you can use right away, and some things to watch out for so that your localization efforts do not flop. Number one is, and something that you can use right away, I would say use AI to start a draft, but don't consider it your final output without proper review and proofreading. Just think about language being the main way in which we communicate. And communication is relationships, and business is based on good relationships with your customer and with good communications for the target market in a way that is engaging, and then you close deals faster and you retain your new customers better. So keep in mind, first, the draft. You can use AI for the draft, and then proper review and proofreading from linguist experts, which leads me to a similar point, which is who feeds your AI. You have to make sure that it's fed by local experts, preferably in country, whose mother tongue and native tongue is the Spanish of the particular country that you're aiming with your copy. Because, let me give you the trio that you should remember very, very well. There's a marked difference with Spanish from Spain, from Mexico, and from Argentina. We'll use those three usually as primary samples because they're very different one from the other. They all speak Spanish, but they have marked differences in the terminology they use, in the way that they express themselves. So that's something to keep in mind when it comes to adaptation of your messaging so that it resonates. Number three is make sure that they have expertise on the industry that you're in, whether it's banking, whether it's an application or insurance, or if it's marketing copy, or if it's HR documentation. All of those aspects of the business that are important for you to reach your target audience properly have to be taken into account when it comes to the expertise of the linguist. And again, if they are in country, all the better. Now, if they need to communicate with somebody locally and they're not bilingual, here's a pro tip, is that you can have your in-house expert, say your marketing expert, for example, and they know really well your brand and your tone and your voice and your intent. And then they talk to the guy that does the adaptation and localization, but they don't both speak Spanish and English. You can use an interpreter in the middle to be able to help them communicate. We did this with some department stores with campaigns that they were working on, and this was very effective to help them communicate properly, like the director of marketing in English, in the original language, with the director of the linguists that was leading the localization process. And number four is to use it responsibly with accountability and compliance. You have to keep in mind, and these are things that are pretty global. They're not necessarily specific to language, but they should be taken into account because the responsibility also comes with not dropping your original messaging into AI, giving it a quick look or not even a look at all, and then sending it out. This is going to hurt your reputation, hurt your brand, instead of when you use proper localization beyond translation, you close deals faster, you avoid cultural missteps, and you build lasting credibility and trust. So I hope these lessons and these tips have been helpful. You can use them right away. And if you want to learn more, get in touch with us. At the end of this video, you can find different ways in which you can do so. And we'd be happy to send you even more assets with tips and tactics and pitfalls to avoid so that your localization efforts succeed every time. Talk to you later. Bye for now.